Hey there, foul fans, and welcome to a new Witchery tutorial series. This is the first episode here, and this first episode is going to teach you how to get started with witchery. What you're going to need first is a whole bunch of saplings. You're going to need a lot of saplings. Just go ahead and plant a whole bunch of trees, really. Chop them down, harvest them, get as many saplings as you can. I'm doing this series survival style, which is a weird move on my part, I know, but I figured might as well do it because it'll be fun this way. Right now we have 21 saplings, should be good for now. What you're going to need next is a lot of clay. The reason for this is to make soft clay jars. Let's just go ahead and make a whole bunch of them right now. Okay, now let's go ahead and cook these soft clay jars to get clay jars. Once you have these clay jars made, you're going to need a lot of iron. A whole bunch of iron. First, we're going to make a witch's oven. Here's how you make a witch's oven. And here's how you make iron bars. It's a vanilla recipe that not many people use anyway, so might as well show you guys how to make it. Once you put it all together like that, you have a witch's oven. Why don't we go ahead and place it right here? I really like how this oven looks. Now let's go ahead and check on these clay jars. We got 7 cooked so far. Clay jars go here. When you're cooking something, the fumes will sometimes get caught in the clay jars. Different things cooked makes different fumes. Like here with the oak sapling, when you cook it, you'll sometimes get an exhale of the horned one. Why don't we go ahead and see what Witchery itself has to say on this in its guidebook on gathering fumes. Place clay jars into the oven when cooking to collect the fumes. Cooking saplings produces wood ash. Well, I guess cooking food produces foul fumes, and cooking wood also produces foul fumes, and may also release the gaseous essence of the tree. Here's the different essences that you can release from different saplings. From oak, you got, as I said, exhale of the horned one. From birch, you got breath of the goddess. Spruce, you got hint of rebirth. Now here's where it gets a little different. You got rowan, hawthorn, and alder. That gives you whiff of magic, odor of purity, and reek of misfortune. Now these saplings here are needed to be mutated. They are a rarity in the world, and only witches practicing the mutation arts are really going to be able to get that done. We're going to be talking about that more in a later episode. Probably the next episode will have mutations. But, okay, now that we know all that, let's talk about the fume funnels. Now, these fume funnels are used to upgrade the witch's oven. You can use up to 3 of them, and it ups the speed by 10%, and ups the chance of a fume byproduct success rate to 25%, but can be upgraded to filtered fume funnels for additional boosts. With a regular fume funnel, you have a 75% upped rate of gathering a fume from something cooked. But the filtered fume funnel gives 5% better per, meaning that it has a 90% rate total with the filtered fume funnels. So let's get crafting. We already have 2 lava buckets, so we're going to need 13 more regular buckets. And get some more lava from over here. Get 6 blocks of iron here. And you're going to need 3 glowstone. So you're going to need to have gone to the nether in order to make this. Glowstone's pretty common in the nether, so it should be easy. And then we have the 3 fume funnels. Now we're also going to need to get some sand cooking here. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll be right back. Now, in order to make the filters for the filtered fume funnels, you're going to need to have a little bit more materials available than you will when you first start. What I went and did was went and found someone on my server here who was playing with Witchery a bit more than I have so far, and made these parts for me. So we have the charged attuned stone here, and there'll be a video on that later on. And now we have enough glass cooked for 2 filtered fume funnels. This will be good so that we can show what it looks like side by side, the regular fume funnel and the filtered fume funnels. And then the fume filters like this, just by literally putting the filter on the fume funnel. Now, I do need to stress again that these filters are going to be very expensive, and is really more for a later game thing, but the fume funnels themselves can be used earlier on. It's just that these fume funnels and filtered fume funnels aren't really needed. It just helps out a lot. Now here we go. On the left you can see the regular fume funnel, and on the right you can see the filtered fume funnel. Now you can see the charged attuned stone embedded into the funnel itself. That's a pretty nice design choice in my opinion. Now as you see how I place them, to the left, to above it, and to the right, these are the only places that they will work. If you place it in the front, behind, or below it, it will not work. Why don't we go ahead and gather some fumes with the fume funnels now. As you can see, this cooks like a regular furnace with how you use a coal or charcoal to cook. And you can see that we get the fumes right off the bat. Now why don't we test it with some other saplings? Spruce saplings. This will be good. Now we get Exhale of the Horned One from oak saplings, and we get Hint of Rebirth from spruce saplings, as was said earlier when I read the book. This isn't all that there is to witchery. This is just how you get started with it, with the witches' ovens, fumes, stuff like that. There's also mutations, potion making, spell casting, fun things like that. This is just how you start with all that stuff. Next episode, we're probably going to talk more about the mutation. It'll probably be a part 1 on the mutation series, because mutation is pretty needed, much like fume gathering is as well. But thanks for watching, Fel fans. Leave a like and subscribe if you like my show. It really helps. It really helps. Bye, Fel fans.